Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi everybody, thank you for being with us here on this Tuesday night. It is a cold one in Minnesota. It is snowing. So I'm just trying to ignore it. I'm going to wear a short sleeve shirt because it's spring, isn't it? Isn't it? Anyways, I'm so happy you're here to enjoy this evening with us, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you for being here. Make sure you put your name in the comments and state where you're tuning in from. Say hi to everybody. Of course, we have a giveaway every single show. We actually have two winners. So one winner is chosen randomly from your comments. So the more you comment, the better chances to win. And then also we have a giveaway question at the end. So even if you're not watching live, you can still have a chance to win. On tonight's show, we will continue our strip joints strip along with part 2. We will also be watching a slideshow, a humongous slideshow of all of the amazing Wandas that you made from our last quilt along. And of course, we'll be checking out some great new fabrics. Please use those thumbs up and hearts. We love those whenever you see something you like. Of course, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're on YouTube, or follow our page on Facebook and sign up for notifications. And make sure you join our group, our crew, Gudrun's Quilt Crew, on Facebook as well. All right, we had our question from last week, our giveaway question. I asked you, do you still have Easter candy in your house? I can answer that actually still. We still have a few eggs because Kayla found another bag of Cadbury's eggs and it's danger. Anyways, but our winner, our random winner from our comments was Donna Cloakman. Congratulations, Donna. She has the same problem I have. I have to portion it out, and I love the Cadbury mini eggs, which are only available at Easter. Well, let me tell you something, Donna. They started coming out with those for Halloween and Christmas too. They just put them in different Christmas colors and made them round instead of eggs. It's a big problem because I cannot stay away from them. But anyways, congratulations, Donna. You won a $25 gift card. So make sure you send us a quick email and we'll get that gift card to you so you can go shopping in the store. All right, so I wanted to talk about something that has kind of caused a little bit of a stir on Facebook in particular these past couple of days. Now, this is not the first time this happens, or the second, or the 10th, or the 25th time. But there are some very, should we say, sketchy companies from overseas, we should call it, that steal our videos. They have stolen some of our videos where I'm demonstrating the rulers and techniques and stuff, and then they splice them all together with even some other people's stolen videos, and they try and sell a counterfeit either stripology ruler, or maybe many of them just collect money and never send anything. So completely counterfeit companies. And as soon as we file a complaint and intellectual property claim, even sometimes before Facebook gets to it and it gets knocked down, another one pops up. So it's the most nightmarish game of whack-a-mole. So a lot of you have been pointing these out to me, and let me just tell you, you don't have to point them out to me. They come on my radar really quickly. I filed just yesterday. I think I filed three or four intellectual property claims and to Facebook, and so we'll see what happens. But let me give you a little hint on what you can do. What is the fastest way to get rid of these? Because I hate for people to get suckered into and giving these people any money. The fastest way to do anything about it, when you see this pop up, if it's not my company at the top and it's me in the video, you know it's counterfeit. So you can click right in the comments and write your own comment, write a negative comment, and accuse them of stealing videos and selling counterfeit products. The more negative comments they get on a video, they actually have to delete them. So that is the fastest way. But thank you all for your concern. You don't have to let me know. I already know about all of these, and we are trying to knock them out as fast as they pop up. But it's hard. It is hard. So just wanted to tell you that, and thank you for those of you that have had my interest in mind and our interest. Creative Grids is not just my rulers. They do it to other rulers too. It's just wild. Anyways, I wanted to remind you before we get to our Wanda slideshow, I wanted to remind you that we are now only a week away from our April project in the Fast and Furious Club to go live. And the April project are these awesome little toppers. I call them the pyramid toppers. You can line them up. You can have one at a time as a candle mat. They're great little gifts. They're really cool shape. They're a 60-degree hexagon or 60-degree triangle, not a hexagon. A 60-degree triangle. They could even be used as a placemat for a round table. That'll look really cool on a round table. And so this is the next project. It's coming out on the 20th. So you will, if you already subscribe to either the 9-month or the third trimester of Fast and Furious Club Season 2, you will already have this in your account on the 20th, both the pattern and the video. However, if you don't, you can always purchase it individually on the 20th. That's when the individual project is available. And we still do have a couple of kits left. Each kit makes 3 of the same color. So snatch those up if you haven't. I think we're sold out of 1 or 2 colors, but they's been going fast. And I will be teaching you how to do a binding on a 60-degree corner, which is a cool thing. So very easy to do, but just needs a little trick. So this is coming up, and so I hope you are excited, because I think these will make really great kind of gifts for occasions, just to have around to take to, parties, whenever we can have parties again, or go to parties, maybe sometime soon. All right, so that is it for that. I just wanted to have a little bit of a reminder, but our next up is the amazing slideshow of all of your Wandas. This is a long one because we already did, I think, about 400 photos. This one is almost 600. That is truly amazing to me that many Wandas were created, and I'm sure that's not even close to being all of them, because a lot of you are still working on it. A lot of you maybe don't like to post pictures, and so we hope we got most of them that got posted. I apologize if we didn't. This was a lot of work to put it together, so this is a long one, a long slideshow. So sit back and enjoy all the beautiful, different colored, different arranged Wandas. Wowee, that was something else. Thank you, everybody. It's amazing and it's humbling for me to see all those beautiful creations that are all the result of you participating in the sew along, in the quilt along, and so that's always amazing to me. I love it. I love to see my patterns done up in different versions of fabric and colors and you know, different sizes. I love it. So thank you all for being a part of it. I hope you enjoyed the slideshow. Yes, it had to be really fast too, so it wouldn't take up too long of a time. But I loved it, loved it, loved it. So now we have two great big Wanda slideshows going on. Thanks again, everybody. And with that being said, I think we're going to have some amazing slideshows of strip joints in a little bit of a time. So it is time to enter the strip joint. Welcome to the strip joint, everybody. For those that are new to this is our 5th annual strip along. Every year I pick an older strip pattern that was written way before the stripology rulers. We stripologize it, we do it together, and we have loads and loads of fun. So I usually give you a little tip or hints on different techniques that you can use for parts of the construction, and that was kind of done in part 1. So you can always go back and watch previous episodes. Go to the blog on gequiltdesigns.com. That's where you will find all the information for the strip along, what you need. If you want to catch up, not a problem. You can always go back to the videos. These will always be available for you. So of course the pattern is on special this month, so if you want to snatch on, hang on, and catch up, you can catch that pattern both as a PDF and a printed pattern for only $4 this month. All right, so we are moving on to part 2, and we are actually going in reverse. We're going to go back in the pattern to step 1 in the pattern, and we're going to be constructing a unit that is made with rectangles and squares. So we're going to be making 2 different colored units. So you'll make one that has your dark square and then one that has your light square and dark rectangle. So we're going to be making opposite units like this from all of your rectangles and squares. Just follow step 1 in the pattern. So you will be making equal numbers of these. You will be pressing towards the larger rectangle in both cases, both on the light one and the dark one. So always press away from the square. So as far as numbers of how many you need, you will have this in the pattern, of course, for the numbers for crib size, lap size, and twin size. And then as far as the queen and king, you will need for the full and the queen king, you will need 60 units for the full and then 72 for the king queen. All right, actually I said that wrong. You need double that, 120 and 144, but this will all be updated on the blog. So 120 and 144 for the full size and the king queen. All right, so once we have these done, we're actually going to skip over 2 because we already did step 2, and we're going to go right into step 3, and that is assembling the quarter block. So quarter of the block, which is the block units. So we're going to be using these guys. So what I like to do when I'm doing mine, I like to assemble all the ones that have the dark on the inside first, or vice versa, and then all the ones that have a light on the inside second. But you'll be using both units for both blocks. So what I like to do, my stack of units, step 1 units with a dark rectangle, I like to just split the stack in half, and same thing with this one, so that I have equal numbers and I can assemble each block at a time. So what you want to do I'm going to do with the dark centers first. So then you'll be using for each unit, you'll be using one of each of these. You'll be using one step 2 unit, and then you'll be using the largest rectangle of the lighter fabric for this. And this is how you want to assemble it. So you want to follow the illustrations. You want to start with the light square in the top right corner, and then we want to take the step 2 unit, and you want to make sure that the light part is going to be next to the square. So light part next to the square, not like this, like that. And then next up, we're going to take this unit, and it's going to be turned because we're always going to have the light touching. And finally, this one goes here. So this is how the light units will be assembled. What I like to do is, when I'm chain piecing, I will just get all my things for these units, and I will just chain piece. I will sew this one, all of these units in 2s, and then all of these units in 2s. So I'll have a bunch of these, and I'll have a bunch of these, right? And then I can join these two, and so I have a completed light unit like this. All right, so you are going to be making, let's see, how many of these for each size. In the pattern, of course, it will tell you we'll need 12 for crib, 24 for lap, and 48 for twin size. Now this is just a quarter of the block. So 4 of these will go into a full block, and then we'll go from there. So I will put the full and king size numbers all on the blog for you. So then once you have those done, you're going to do the exact same with the dark. So you will gather one of each color of the step 1 units, and you'll have one step 2 unit, and then you have the large rectangle in the dark. So it's the same thing. We're just going to start with a dark up top, because this is the one that is surrounded by the dark. Dark, dark touching all the way like this. And then of course I chain piece these guys and these guys, so I end up with this. And we want to make sure that we press all the seams towards that single unit that doesn't have any piecing. So all the seams go this way. All right, I'll show you on the back. All the seams go this way. All right, so here we have 2 and 2. We join those, and we end up with a dark on the surround, and all the seams are pressed the same direction. Also on the lights and darks, all pressed the same. So now this is all I want you to do for part 2 of the strip along, is get these together. So first up, let's review. We're going to sew all the squares to the rectangles, both the light and the dark, according to step 1. You'll find the sizes listed in the step 1 in the pattern. And then we're going to arrange this according to step 3, and then assemble both the lights and the dark. So we're kind of skipping up a little bit in the pattern, but we want to make, since we're doing all these, we want to make all our lights and all our darks. So that is it for part 2. In the next part, part 3, we will be joining the units to create our blocks, and then we're going to lay them out. And I'm going to give you some hints on or tips on how to finish it, maybe some quilting options, what I'm going to do for my quilting and things like that. So I'm ready for all your questions. Again, just want to make sure that you know any questions about anything, where to find anything, make sure you go to the blog, gequiltdesigns.com. Go right up in the header, and the blog is right there in the middle. Click on that and find the strip along post, because we keep editing that. Whenever we're doing an event, we edit that post and add to it as we go. All right. So a lot of you are already asking about sizes. I'm not going to talk about sizes because that is going to be in your pattern. You will need the pattern to do this. So you, like I said, we're going to go to step 1 in the pattern. That's there you'll find the sizes of the unit that you'll be making first. And then we're hopping over to going to step 3 to assemble the units. All right. Lots of love on my greens. Thank you, thank you. I decided to wear green today too. And we have a green quilt behind me. Those of you that don't know, behind me we have my Aurora quilt behind me, which is in my Quilts of Iceland book. One of my favorites. One of many.
It's a nice Bargello.
Yes, somebody said thinks it's a Bargello quilt. It's actually not. It's actually just blocks. Much easier than Bargello. Yeah, okay, I'm seeing some just comments, not a lot of questions yet, so that's really great.
These videos be available?
All the videos are available, yes. So as soon as the live show is done, we put a link on the blog. So maybe wait till tomorrow to check it out. But there'll be links on the blog to go straight to the strip along videos. We do that with all of our quilt alongs. We all keep them all together, and always the blog post is the best place to find everything. We'll link to everything there. All right, so I am going to, so somebody was talking about pressing, and you know, it is important. If I give you instructions in the pattern which way to press, it is going to be important when you start assembling everything together. So please follow the pressing instructions because it's going to make everything so much easier when we put it all together. All right, everybody's loving my green. Okay. If you, Kathy's asking about if you have questions throughout the week, email us. So we have help@gequiltdesigns.com. Email us any questions and we'll address it. Not a problem. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions. So somebody said somebody just downloaded the pattern. There's only 4 pages. Yes, but go to the blog because there you will get the 2 bonus sheets. This is the sheet that tells you with the 2 additional sizes that are not included in the pattern, but you can make a full size or a queen, king, queen. And then the other one was for the part 1. This part 1 sheet has 2 sides or 2 pages. It has the illustrations if you wanted to do the step 2 units using the 2 different techniques. So that you can download straight from the blog. Do I ever press seams open? Very, very rarely because I like to nest my seams. I like that, you know, it lays better. So this is why I give pressing instructions. However, if the bulk is really a lot and there's no way to get around it, I do press maybe a seam or 2 open, but I avoid it at all cost. It takes too much time, too putsy, and I have done it before and have had seams pop open in a quilt, and so it's easier to fix if you have fabric underneath folded to one side. So I always press either direction, but I will always figure out a way to make the seams nest so that everything comes together easily. You don't have to use as many pins that way either. I'm always about efficiency. If I can do things a way that is going to make it more efficient and easier and more fun, I will. Is the pattern used in the 1.5 inch strips in a book? Yes, it is in a book, in a little booklet that is called Stripology 2. There you will find the version using the 1.5 inch strips. But we are working on the 2.5 inch strips in this strip along. Can any of step 2 be done with a mini? Yes, you can cut your things apart with a mini, but you can't trim them if you're using the stripology technique. But you can't trim them because the mini is too small for that. Do you have a stash builder package with similar fabric to your Aurora? Yes, I believe it's out of stock right now, but we cut those all the time. It's one of our basic bundles. We call it the Aurora bundle. So it's just a very kind of a variety of these kind of teals and kind of, I don't know, jade colors, teals and jades, greens, turquoise, all these colors. And so in the bundle, there's ranging from the dark to light as well. So I kind of curated from that. Not the exact same fabrics because that's impossible, but I always try and pick similar versions. So it's called the Aurora Bundle, and it's one of our basics. If it's on the website, so if it says out of stock, you can always sign up for notifications, put in your email, and then you'll be notified whenever it's back in stock, which it will be in the next few days. And so all you need for that, and actually the bundle is half yards, you will need fat quarters for the quilt. So the bundle will actually make 2 quilts, and then you only need 3 yards of a background fabric. And we have a beautiful night sky background fabric in the store. It cut into 3 yards, which is awesome. Do we square up these quarter blocks? Nope, no squaring up. No squaring up. They should all fit together. Because we did square up our step 2 units, and so one seam on the other one should not need any squaring up. All right, Aurora is not a standalone. It's in my Quilts of Iceland book. All right, well, I'm going to move on. I'm really excited about my greens too. I know you are, and some people were not thinking that green and black was going to be anything. I knew it was going to be cool. It's going to be cool. And when you see all of my blocks, you'll see the variety of greens that I use is not just all the same tone green. There's a variety of fabrics. There's some very traditional fabrics. There's some very modern fabrics. There's some very wacky fabrics. But I love that. I love that. So that's the fun part. All right. I've got some fun stuff to show you. We're going to start with this awesome bundle, one of our favorite fabric manufacturer, Lewis and Irene. Now this one is called Loch Lewis, and this one is inspired by all the beautiful Scottish locks. So it has castles and the Highland cows. It has antlers and thistles, and of course some plaids and checks. But I really, really love the colors. So when I ordered it off of online, and I wasn't really sure of the colors, but now when I saw it in real life, oh, they are just gorgeous. Very rich and just so Scottish. I can't do a Scottish accent, so don't even gonna go there. But we have the deer with the big antlers. We have the beautiful thistles. I love this purple color with the greens, with the Celtic greens. We have antlers in the purple. The thistles again on a purple on an ivory background. Really pretty. Here's that main print again on the light background. It's so awesome. And then there's all these little Celtic signs kind of hiding in there. And then we have it on the green as well. This beautiful light green. We have the deer again, and then we have awesome diagonal plaids. Look at this. Some great diagonal plaids in the green. And then we have this beautiful blue color, the antlers and the plaid. Are you playing any sound effects right now? Maybe? Because I can't hear them. This awesome red, I love it's kind of a cranberry red, and we got the plaid in the red as well. And then the last one is the thistle with that beautiful red and more purple. So this is Loch Lewis, and just beautiful. We didn't get a whole lot, but of course I could not help myself to pull out some coordinates. You know, our 1 yards. And here's the deal. It's not meant to be that you buy all the 1 yards and you use them all with this. This is what your kind of collection stash should look like. All kinds of beautiful basics that you can then pull into using with the bundles. So it's great if you kind of slowly and surely build up your inventory of these, and then you'll be using them back and forth with lots of different things. So I started with just some great backgrounds if you wanted to add more light, if you wanted to do anything that needed lights and darks. The whispers in the muslin color just seemed to be a great fit with it, I feel like. So I pulled 2 of those. And then as far as the reds, they are such a like a deep cranberry. So the Moonscape Flame was a great fit, and also just a little bit deeper one, a Canvas Merlot. It's a little bit richer than this, but I feel like it has kind of the deep and the light in it. So those are my two reds. For blues, I did another Moonscape Marlin, and then the Canvas in the blue jeans, because it has all the different variety of color in it. For green, because this is such a sage green, the Dash Flow Sage was great. I love the movement. Also has the light and the darker. And then Bumbleberries, this is one of their basics, and this was designed perfectly with this. Is called Celtic Green, of course. So it has the lights and the darks in there. And then we go into the purples. This Spotted Aubergine is just perfect because, again, light and dark, love that. And then the Bumbleberries Warm Purple is a perfect fit as well. There's one more color in here, and that's really this print. It has a lot of purple undertone to it, but it's brown. And so I pulled a couple of browns. So there's a Bumbleberries Deer, also with a lot of purple undertones, and then just a dark grunge espresso, kind of goes well into all the roofs of the castles. So this is my pull, and of course we took a photo, and we'll be putting this on a separate blog post that we always call the fabric matching, the matchmaking, and so you can go back and refer to these. But I just love this. It's just a beautiful, beautiful colorway, and very unique. So anybody with any Scottish heritage should get some of this for sure. All right, so we have a couple more new ones. So this next one, I was asked about this a while back, if I had any golf fabric coming, and I was really excited to be able to tell you yes, because if I see something unique, I will get it. So this is just a small 6-piece bundle, but 6 pieces that are kind of really fun for golfers. So it has a stripe that I can see just being cut any which way and used any which way. It would be great for little placemats or little toppers. You can cut the stripes and use them as little borders or strips inside. So I think it's repeated 3 times. Everything's repeated 3 times throughout across the width. So this is number 1, and then we have the golf carts. I just love these. It's just fun. So who wouldn't love a little something? We have, of course, golf balls, because balls. G designs and balls. We have clubs, golf clubs, and of course the tees. And then I threw in just a little bit more balls, so another white with some gray dots, just little polka dots. So this one is, really lighter colors, and that except for maybe the border print. So I felt like, this is just a perfect base, and you can add to it. Either you could pull any color out of here and use with it, 1 or 2 or all of them. So I started off just kind of playing with the colors from the golf carts and the flags, and I found the jot dots were just all the perfect colors, kind of the primary colors, and even more fun because they kind of have balls. They have golf balls. So we have the medium yellow, the red, the cornflower, and the green. And so if you wanted more variety of color, I also found that, since we got tires, I felt like we needed tire tracks. So we have On The Go texture in yellow and red, and then the asphalt if you wanted a little neutral. And then, of course, if you needed a diagonal stripe, this would be perfect for all those trails along the golf course. And this one would be fun to add too if you needed another more lights, the Century Black on White with the strokes, and then there's some dots in there. So this is like what the turf looks like after you've hit too many. Oh, I guess they don't call it air balls in golf, but if you miss too many times and you're tearing up the turf. Does that ever happen to you?
For sure.
Yeah,
A lot of
a lot of air balls.
putting the grass back.
Yeah, a lot of putting the grass back. Yeah, fixing. Yeah, we're just very, very straight up beginners in golfing. Maybe when we grow up, we might be able to become golfers.
Yeah, grow up.
Yeah, when we grow up. We're still so young. All right, so this is back 9 is this bundle called, and it's just great. I can't wait to see what people do with this. We don't have a lot of it, so I just wanted to tell you that. Fair warning, we didn't get a lot. All right, we have one more for you. A beautiful, beautiful beeline. This one is called Show Me the Honey. Show me the honey. Well, my honey's over there, but you've seen them. So this is Show Me the Honey. Beautiful line. These are much, much richer colors than what we've been seeing with the previous kind of honey and bee lines. I love that they added some sunflowers, or maybe they're black-eyed Susans, but just really rich colors. So the yellows are really deep and bright, and there's a honeycomb, and then the bees on top. There's honeycomb with this awesome black and white floral on top, and then we have the honeycomb on its own, and then that main print again with the beehives, the honeycomb, and the flowers. And look at that cute little selvage with the bees. So this is kind of a deeper dark gray charcoal with the flowers again, and then we go into the blacks, and I love that it's not pure black. It's like that charcoal, a little bit of distress. So we have the same prints, the honeycomb, and then the one with the flowers, and I love it that they had the colored bees in there on the black background. So this is Show Me the Honey, just a 10-piece collection, pretty evenly. We got the 5 darks, we got the 5 lights. If you wanted to do something light and dark, this would make a gorgeous, gorgeous strip joint. I think it'd be just beautiful. But if you wanted to add a little bit more of that white, I found it's almost white. So the Holiday Treats dots, white on white, and then the Circle Burst white felt like they were a really nice match with the undertone of this. So you could totally do a background quilt, or just throw a few more in there. For yellow, these were the best matches. The Jot Dot medium yellow, same one we used before, but it's just, I love the deep tones of it. And then the dimples in the Raha color. I really like that one. And it is kind of like a honeycomb as well, so it's like a perfect match. For the kind of charcoaly grays, the Spectrostatic Gunmetal, this is the gunmetal color, so it's not the black, it's the gunmetal. It's a great connection with this grayer color because it's not pure black, and then the Circle Burst charcoal because it has the lighter hues all layered on top. And then for the darkest black, which is really just a kind of a charcoal, we have canvas ebony because it has gray in it, and again the dimples in the charcoal, which I think is dimples charcoal rather than ebony. I don't remember the name of it. So this is Show Me the Honey. So beautiful. So we again will post all these fabric pulls in that same blog post, so you can just we always usually date the blog post with the date of the show, so you can easily find it and go back and check it out. So one thing I didn't mention, I was going to give you a little sneak peek of something, of another little pattern that is coming out in the next couple of weeks. Do you like seeing sneak peeks at all? Well, before that though, I wanted to, let's do a the live winner. Not ready for live winners? Okay. I guess we're not ready for the live winner yet. Still working on that. So we can actually, I have to go over there and get it. Oh, you got it? You got the live winner? Okay. Our live winner of the $25 gift card for just all you got to do is watch the show and comment. And so from all of your comments, A random one gets pulled. It's both counting Facebook and YouTube. And today's winner is Rex Larson. Congratulations. $25 gift card coming your way. Make sure you send us a quick email with help@gequiltdesigns.com or a message on Facebook, and we'll get that gift card to you as soon as possible. All right, so I've told you on Friday that I have 6 new patterns coming out. Some of them you know that are coming. You guys know that Astrid is coming, but you didn't know until Friday that I have 3 little patterns coming out. The little patterns are the little table runner patterns, all done with charm packs or charm squares, 5-inch squares, but they are the little versions of some of my 10-inch square patterns. So the first one I showed you last Friday, a little sneak peek of, was the little JoJo that all of my retreaters worked on during the virtual retreat. And so you'll be seeing a lot more little JoJos, and that's a really fast and fun one. Now, some of you were guessing what other little patterns will be joining the family. And so here's a sneak peek on the next one. This one is called Little Trixie. And if you didn't know, the original Trixie is in the Stripology Mixology 2 book, just like JoJo. And so this one is just super adorable. So check this one out. So this is, we do the same kind of blocks, but we don't strip piece the whole background. You just have light and dark 5-inch squares, and then you need an accent color. And this fabric is coming really soon. It's called Rust. I'm totally blanking, but it's coming, and we'll have some charm packs. But you use light and darks. So I used two charm packs for this runner, and then I just needed to add this fabric, which was a deco stitch, and then I was able to do this little topper from my leftover squares, and I just loved it. So I used just scrappiness for the accent. So Little Trixie is so cute, and of course all the little patterns work really, really well and come together so easily with the Stripology mini ruler. It's perfect for all of them, and they are kind of addicting because you start working on them and just love it. And let's do the overhead again. Yeah, so these patterns, this is not out yet. This is a sneak peek, so this will come out in the next couple of weeks. And so I will give you one more sneak peek of the third joining the family, but I wanted to show you the quilting pattern. So this is the same, it's called Marmalade, and I showed you that on a bigger quilt last week. And this is just done on a smaller scale, and I just put them next to each other in the long arm and quilted the whole thing. And I just love it. I love it small scale, I love it large scale. It's just awesome. So it's by Urban Elements, called Marmalade. I'm not really sure who designed it, but that's where I got it. So that is it for us, and it's all we have left is, of course, our giveaway question. So you have a second chance to win a $25 gift card. All you have to do is answer this question, and then next week we'll pull a random question or random answer from your comments, and you'll win a $25 gift card. So this question was completely chosen by Mr. Honey Producer. So do you want to introduce how you came up with this question?
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue. I don't think it was out of the blue.
I was actually looking at classic cars.
Yes.
And I thought that would just be a great question. Okay,
so here's your question. Do you have a favorite classic car? Okay, so what is the definition of a classic car? You have to tell me that. Doesn't have to be a certain.
It's not electric.
Okay, that's not my favorite car then.
At least 20 years old.
Yeah, there must be some kind of a specific definition. Yeah. But classic car, I have to say my favorite is probably I think my grandfather on my dad's side, he had 2 really old cars in his garage that were buried under all kinds of stuff. And my dad is a real fan of classic cars as well. So, but I think the models were about in the like from the 50s. So I really love that style from the 50s. And I want to say it was a Chevy. No, my dad's gonna kill me because I don't know this stuff or remember it.
60s, late 60s had the best.
Okay, so what is your favorite classic car? Well, I know you had one.
A 68 Thunderbird with suicide doors.
That's what you had.
Yeah.
And you had to let it go a while back.
Go.
And he's still crying. People, he's still crying.
Anybody has one out there they want to get rid of.
Everybody looking for what? A Thunderbird?
68 T-Bird with suicide doors. Yes.
Do we have room in the garage? Nope.
We'll find room.
All right. Well, that is the question. If you don't have one, all you have to say is, no, I don't have a favorite. But we'd love to hear it. He would love to hear it. So just answer the question and you will be entered to win. And next Tipsy Tuesday will be next week, April 20th at 7 p.m. Central. Of course, April 20th, you got to get up in the morning and get the Fast and Furious projects if you're Fast and Furious Club. And then, of course, I will be live later this week. Friday is our Happy Friday show, 3 p.m. Central Time, Friday, April 16th. Everybody, I'm so excited. I'm going in for my first vaccine shot tomorrow morning. Let's cross our fingers that I don't get sick. But I'm very excited. Yay! Everybody, stay safe out there. Get your vaccine if you can. And I will see you Friday at 3 p.m. Bye, everybody.